Biggest story we're breaking at this hour is that there soon will be justice for these two brothers, and it has all started now with the authorities in Thailand arresting them. India working very swiftly along with the Thai authorities to bring these two people to justice. The owners of the nightclub that caught fire last Saturday, killing just 25 more people and injuring many. Remember, at the end of the day, viewers, it was not just about these two people who were absconding. There were others also who were detained. But the big question was rather, when would the big fish be brought to justice? And this is exactly that's what's happening at this point in time. With, in fact, these two brothers, Gaurav and Sourav Luthra, being detained in Phuket, where they fled just 5 hours after the fire that broke out. Is getting you more on the India-Thailand Extradition Treaty. And both countries have cooperated in matters of extradition in the past as well. This is a classic example of how there's been a repetition of that sort of a cooperation. India-Thailand Extradition Treaty was actually signed way back in the year 2013. It set the legal framework for extradition of fugitives, and 3 Indian fugitives were extradited since the year 2006. Now, these two brothers have now been arrested in Thailand. The next step would be to send them back to India for them to then face the law. Not one, but a dozen plus lapses as far as the Birch nightclub in Goa, in North Goa, in Arpora is concerned, where a fire took place, a blaze that eventually went on to claim the lives of 25 people. Divyesh continues to be with us on that story. Divyesh, eventually we will be seeing in the next few days these two brothers being brought back to the country. Talk to us about what's going to be the next course of action as far as the Goa Police is also concerned. Divyesh.
Well, the Goa Police, Sneha, will be now communicating, like they've been communicating with the
Yes.
CBI, the Central Bureau of Investigation. That is the apex investigation agency in India. And through CBI, they were communicating with Interpol. Meanwhile, they had also communicated with the MEA and had sought that the passports of the Luthra brothers be impounded. Following that up, last evening, late evening, the passports of both Luthra brothers were suspended. So this was the Goa police that had been communicating with the Ministry of External Affairs, the regional passport office, so that the passports can be impounded of the Luthra brothers. Remember, in cases of serious crime, serious nature of crime, a person's passport can be impounded. There is a law, there are rules and regulations regarding it, and in that scenario, passports can be impounded, and Goa police just followed those rules and got the passport of Luthra brothers suspended. Now, after suspension of the passports, Luthra brothers cannot leave the place, cannot travel anywhere using those passports. They were in Phuket, and that is why Indian diplomatic channels were opened. Indian diplomatic channels communicated with authorities in
Back to you in a
Thailand.
moment from now.
Thailand
We'll
authorities.
discuss that further in just a moment. You know, Divyesh, getting in those details. Gaurav is also with us. Gaurav continues to be with us. Gaurav, less than a week since they fled. Within a week, they've been brought back. I think, you know, apart from this particular case also, which thankfully is moving in the right direction right now, this is going to really set an example that isn't going to be easy to run away from the law in the country anymore, isn't it, Gaurav? Gaurav, if you can hear me, I was asking you about how this really sets an example that within a week's time span, really, these two brothers have been brought back, or will be rather brought back to the country, have been arrested from a foreign nation. I'll just connect with Gaurav Sawant in a moment from now. Apologize for that poor line. Divyesh, in fact, continues to be with us. Divyesh, 5 hours after the fire broke out, they fled the country, and this, like I was asking Gaurav, just sets an example. Within a week, they are going to be brought back really to India. They've been detained in Phuket, and this obviously shows that this case really is moving in the right direction in that sense.
Well, it was an utter shock for the authorities, for Goa police, when they found out that the Luthra brothers, prime accused in the nightclub fire case had fled within 5 hours of the fire to another country, to Phuket, Thailand, and did bring a shock. But after that, the Goan authorities, the Goa police, did not sit. They expeditiously worked and communicated it with the MEA, Ministry of External Affairs. They communicated with the CBI to get a blue corner notice issued against the Luthra brothers, and through CBI and Interpol, they got the blue corner notice issued. After that, they approached the regional passport office under the Ministry of External Affairs. Again, they got the passport of Luthra brothers suspended so that they couldn't use it anywhere else, any other place to visit, any other country, to flee for Phuket as well. By the meantime, MEA was also communicating with the Thai authorities through diplomatic channels. Interpol had already issued blue corner notice. So all this was planned and worked out expeditiously because Luthra brothers had to be brought back. They had to be detained. So now they have been detained in Thailand thanks to the diplomatic channels, the efforts being put in by the MEA officials, efforts being put in by the CBI officials and Goa police. They have been detained in Thailand and soon will be deported back to India, where they will be arrested by the Goa police and they will face the law.
Absolutely. They will soon be arrested by Goa police and will be facing the law. Divyesh, I know a little too early, but anything that you're picking up on, how soon are they going to be brought back? Like within a day or two, like, or will this take, some more time? Just give us an idea about that. What are the kind of formalities that are required in cases like these?
Sneha, we are trying to get those details from sources in Goa police as well, and they are saying that this is a positive development that has happened, and they just pointed out that soon they can be deported, but did not mention a specific timeline regarding that, because remember there are multiple parties involved. There is foreign nation, foreign authorities who are involved, and now they will be handing over the accused, the Luthra brothers, to Indian authorities, or they'll be sending them back, rather they'll be deporting them to India. So that has been done through diplomatic channels. It might take some time, but there are no specifics like what kind of time it will take, whether they'll be deported in a day. They can be deported in a day also, but as of now, there's no confirmation regarding what kind of time it would take. Sneha.
These are details that we have with us as of now about the Luthra brothers who are detained. They've been detained on India's request in Phuket. They went to Thailand just 5 hours after the tragedy, after the fire that broke out at the nightclub that was owned by these two brothers.